Okay. All right, this is Aunt Ethel and Danny. Aunt Ethel is my oldest living relative at 90.
90? Well, 1919, October 29th.
Go ahead, tell
in
us.
Maysfield, Texas.
All right.
Down at, that's in the Grove and in Maysfield, where there's, I don't know what they have now, but they have one building there that's everything. The Justice of the Peace, the post office.
Oh, yeah.
And all of that. And we've always lived in, as far as Maysfield and Port Sullivan. That's a little place up from, I don't know if it's north or south of Maysfield, but it's well, starting there, I started to school there in Port Sullivan. And went from there, Professor and Mrs. and Professor Smith and his daughter was teachers there. And after we moved from Port Sullivan, we moved to West Texas, December the 3rd in 1930. Yeah, I guess about 1930. Because we moved from there to West Texas in 1933, December the 3rd.
And you were the youngest of?
The youngest of all the...
What, 5 girls?
5 girls. And we had 2 half-sisters and a half-brother, too. And I'm named it for one of them, Ethel, Aunt Ethel. And they were Mama's sisters. And Aunt Vieta. And they were Dallas people.
Really? Okay.
And she had one brother. I never did really make connections about what they were. But then from there we moved from there in December to West Texas, and we've been in West Texas area for a long time.
So West Texas meaning Sweetwater?
Sweetwater.
Oh, okay.
And
so Mama Ida and who your father was?
My father was married.
That's right.
White. I think MT
is named after him.
MT is now in the nursing home in Big Spring, Texas. And from there we came to West Texas, and we've been in West Texas ever since then, one way or the other. Different ones scattered out from here and there. And
so it was yourself, Aunt Kid, Aunt Mary, your sisters rather, Mama Clee, my grandmother, Aunt Costello, and well, it was 5 of you, 5 girls,
5
and
girls.
two step sisters.
It's 5 girls. Christina, Terry, Costello, Mary, Clee, Videssa, and myself. That's 7 girls.
7 girls.
And 3 boys.
Man.
Natchy, we called him Natchy. His name was Edward. And LC, we called him Boo. And
that's who Uncle Boog got his name from, huh? Well, no, Uncle Boog was your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Uncle Boog.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
Louis White. Okay.
And with that, we just kind of stayed together. And
how was it like, all you girls growing up in the same house and stuff? Did y'all fuss a lot, or were y'all good friends with each other?
I didn't, because I was the last one, and everybody bossed me. I didn't have a say around that. But the girls were mostly in and out at that time. They were young women, and some of them would marry off and come back home that way. But we didn't have too much of anything going other than regular work around the farmhouse. That's where we all stayed.
Oh yeah. Everybody took part in the farm and duties at the farm and stuff.
Oh yeah, we had all the way to picking up chips. We had to get that done. But then different ones. Now the oldest brother, Natchy, as we called him, he and Lillian married in 28. You don't see, I can't tell you where to find. Get those pictures, what things more,
Danny,
if you can find them.
Okay, go ahead, Danny. I was just gonna say, make sure everybody know who you were, man.
Yeah, you do that, and then down through the years, Mama and Papa separated when I was 4 years old.
Oh, did they?
And I didn't know.
Just get them out. Now, I'll take pictures of them.
Yeah, he'll get
I'll take
pictures
shots.
of them. Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I want to get pictures of all of
That
them.
look like Van Estelle. That one. Yeah, we'll get that. But anyway, coming back into where we stopped off in Sweetwater on December the 3rd, which we came out here in the farming time with the farmers that used to be here in Sweetwater. And then from there, the girls married off in different directions, not all together in Sweetwater, but at different times. Now, Costello was married to Mance Abner.
Yeah, Uncle Mance with the barbecue.
Yeah,
that was some good barbecue.
The best barbecue. And then
she was only married to him, huh? That was her only marriage in Costello.
Yes. Was she married?
Was she married once before?
Oh,
that was her first person.
As far as I know, she was Johnny Hunter. That was Johnny O. And George's daddy.
Oh, okay.
And then after Costello, Natchy and Lillian married in 28. I don't know how they did all of that. But then after she came, then married Barry Drones. And they have, I think it's about 5 children with them, because it's 2 girls. And I think 3 boys. I think that's about right. And then after Mary, then Clee. You know about Clee?
Yeah, Percy Staten. She married Percy Staten.
Married Percy. And that all of y'all kind of scattered out from different places. And because Kid, we called her Kid, Videssa, she was married to Clyde Johnson at that time, but they separated. It was always a separation somewhere, doing something. And then after those girls married off, Clee and now your Clee's side of the family, I'm saying Clee's side of the family, but with your side of the family, that's where musicians came in.
Really?
Yeah, you're talking about, I hear Verdell's talking about Darrell all the time playing the guitar. I said, that's like his granddaddy. He did, and he could really, he played.
Yeah, I understood. We found out that Mama Clee and Granddad Percy, they both was playing in little clubs and stuff. He was playing and she was singing.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, and he could play.
Yeah.
He played. and sing.
Mm-hmm.
He and Clay used to sing together.
Yeah, that's what we found out. Yeah.
And I always remember them when they were singing a special number. I think of it after a while or something. But anyway, after a kid, as we call it, kid married Clyde Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, that left me at home, in and out. They were in and out because kid Marie was born in 27. That was kids.
That was kids the only child. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she raised our little Andre for a little while. Remember Andre Tennille?
Uh-huh.
She raised him with something.
Yeah, she
in
did.
Dallas someplace, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was there quite a while. And then that made me be the babysitter. And I was always taking care from John L. and M.T. and Georgia and Marie. I was the babysitter.
Wow.
With them, you know. And then, of course, they started marrying and traveling, going different places. And
I remember growing up. I'm about 7, maybe 5 or 6, 7, something like that. We couldn't wait to go and visit you in El Paso. How'd you wind up in a... Well, first of all, tell us how you and Uncle Andy met.
we met at the association in Odessa, Texas.
Okay.
And that was in '59. We met in August, got married in November. So, and Mama was saying, "You don't even know anything about him." No, I don't. We married.
Wow.
And
how long y'all know each other before you married?
just that time.
What was
From
it?
November, from August to November.
August and November?
Yeah.
That's quick, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, that's how fast, and that's why Mama was fussing, and cutting up. So, you don't even know anything about it. No, I don't. I didn't.
What year was that now?
What year was that? Was '59.
59.
We married in '59. He was, Danny was born in '60, but he was in Aunt Mary's house. They had Costa and Aunt Mary, Costello and Aunt Mary used to, they had their homes open for baby. That's before they really named it.
It was a nursery. They used to call it nursery. I remember. I stayed in that nursery.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, when Aunt Costa had that little memory right up in Sweetwater. She had a couple of places.
Yeah.
It was just, all the kids, the parents was working,
Yeah.
We wasn't old enough to go to school yet, but we were in there.
Well, then I was away from there for a while in Sweetwater because Andy and I married in '59. And you were born
55.
So that, so after going in different directions, and then of course '59 to in the '60s we left. Andy and I left. Well, I left Sweetwater in '59, and then Andy started preaching about '69. That time Danny was born. He was with Aunt Mary, and the Lord gave us this fellow.
Yeah.
He's been a special joy. And so we went different places. Danny and I went to school together a little while before we left. He got 1 year in the college out there.
Okay. Well, where in El Paso?
In El Paso.
So y'all were in school about the same time, huh?
Yeah, and
taking classes.
we were in What one's in El Paso? It was in, yes, it was. My memories in time now are kind of tangled with me. But yeah, we were in school, and I was getting ready for us to really get hooked in, because, but with Andy being called for pastorage in different places, and I just didn't bother with it. I had said if he was called to preach or pastor, I wasn't going to bother with it. So that's what I did. And we moved from there to Haskell, and then from Haskell to Hobart, Oklahoma. And then from where did we go from?
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Chickasha. Oh yeah, Oklahoma. That's, man. I had trouble spelling that, trying to write to y'all.
Hobart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, every time we moved somewhere and asked us about, and I say Hobart, most of them, and even they had been in Oklahoma, well, where is Hobart? And I don't know, it was an open town, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The activities were pretty good around there, school and college and all of that.
They had everything you needed right there.
But they didn't seem to know where Hobart was.
Really?
And then, of course, he got in school, you know, and he did all right, but we just couldn't settle to one thing with him. You know, that's hard with children moving almost every year from school to school.
Yeah, that's tough.
Now with college, where you can do pretty good because you're at an age then where you can handle yourself and things pretty good. But that made him have to catch on to this and catch on to that. But anyway, he made it through pretty good. But then we moved from there to from Chickasha to here in '87, and we've been
here ever since.
I went to got my nursing in Hobart too in '76, and so I finished that, and by the time I finished that and got pretty well settled and catching on to things and knowing what to do, we had to move again. So we just really followed Pop Free around.
Well, he was being called and being led, so.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Well, that's good. I'm going to stop it right here.